I wish you came to me sooner. I say that to myself in my mind when I talk to people. But there are also the people who say, boy, I wish I knew about this sooner. I wish I came sooner. So it's a common theme, and I don't want you to be late to the party. So I don't want to say to myself, I wish you came sooner. I wish you talked to me sooner. No, I don't like that. But this is Brain Snob, episode 59. Welcome. I'm Dr. Lisa Ann Homick from Homick Advanced Chiropractic, and I want everyone to be a brain snob. Why? Because we need your full participation in the world, and you cannot do that with a burdened brain. The chiropractic adjustment is the most profound way to reset the nervous system. If it can wake up a person in a coma, what are you waiting for? Now, I can't adjust you through a video. You have to come into the office. But I also use the BFA program in order to boost your brain's potential. And BFA is brain first always. And these are other approaches that we combine with chiropractic care in order to do that. And there's 3 doorways. Move your brain, feed your brain, talk to the brain. And if you can do that and understand that, you'll have amazing life experiences. Why am I so passionate about the brain? I mean, the brain, it's here, it's under your skull. You can't see it, but you see the effects of it. You see when it's working great. You experience when it's working poorly. So I'm passionate about that because if you ignore your brain, lots of things happen in a negative way that I would like to prevent. So I'm going to start from the little baby and work my way up, explaining to you what is so important when you don't have a functioning brain, when you have a burdened brain. So as an infant, if a child isn't developing properly, if a child is not sleeping properly, eating properly, there's a brain issue. And we focus on the spine, of course, because the spine is the access point to the brain. And if you have restrictions in the spine, it's telling the brain that something not good is happening. That's my short version, but you can get into more specific explanations. You can watch the orientation video as well for some more introductory information. But as a child, a child that's having behavioral issues, there's a brain problem there. Not doing well in school, not able to sit still. Well, if you're not able to sit still, you're a normal kid, but now we've taken it to the nth degree where now you have to sit still forever. I don't know where that came from, but that actually impairs your brain development. You're supposed to be moving as a little kid and experiencing the world, the curiosity from age birth until age 5 or 6. You are really maximizing your brain's potential by exposing yourself to everything that's visual, everything you hear, everything you do, everything you touch. We have to really just celebrate that in children and teenagers too. This is a tough time for them. There's a lot of emotional experiences. They have to get used to managing their emotions, and if your brain is impaired, it's a little bit harder. Learning to drive, being able to react quickly because you're driving this huge, how many tons does a car weigh? I don't know. It's like a moving missile, and if you're out of control and cause an accident, we don't want that to happen, so we can prevent that. But there's a lot of brain issues that we don't realize they're brain issues, and that's why I'm so passionate. When people are adults and they have autoimmune disorders or they're very sensitive to the environment, sensitive to toxins, we have to help the brain deal with that better. We don't get enough sleep. We're very pressured at work. A lot of adult challenges that we need to face. And if your brain is impaired, that is going to make it more difficult. So my quick signs of brain impairment, there's 5 of them. They're generic, and we call them annoying things because they are the beginning of something, and we want to nip it in the bud before it gets worse. But here it is: brain fog and anxiety over the brain fog, fatigue, shortness of breath, I throw that in there as well, high blood pressure, and stiff, achy joints, and digestive disturbances. Come to me and let's talk about it, because that tells me the brain is stressed. We've got to get the brain out of that funk. Otherwise, it's just going to be this continuous slowing down. There's going to be metabolic syndrome. There's going to be a lot of stresses that impair how the brain is dealing with the environment, translating the signals, and giving you proper health. And that goes for even in your senior years, because I don't want people slowing down. People make excuses like, oh, well, I'm older now and I can't do that. Well, who said? And why can't we make your brain better? There's nothing stopping us from making your brain better. And what bothers me a whole lot is when people give up. That's going to be another topic for Brain Snob. But when the brain gives up, when there is no longer that excitement to get up out of bed each day, that's really sad. And I see that in elderly, but there's a lot of brain care that can go into preventing that. Move your brain, feed your brain, talk to your brain. How do we do that? We follow the BFA protocol. And when you come to the office, you get the map for the healing journey. So you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say move the brain, feed the brain, and talk to the brain. These are things you can do on your own with a little bit of guidance from me, but these are things within your grasp. You don't have to get any fancy technology. You don't have to go to the Mayo Clinic. These are things you can do every day of your life to keep your brain healthy. So look at more of the articles on the blog. Watch the orientation video. Get into the office, of course. Get yourself under chiropractic care and be a brain snob so you can be that ripple effect in your community. Thanks for watching.